Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, and welcome if you're new. I'm Josephine. So today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful backdrop gown. So let's get into the video. So right now I'm marking 1 inch downward. That will be my starting line. So I'll draw a straight line across it like so. So from that 1 inch downward, I'm going to mark my chest line, which is 9 inches. So from the shoulder, I'll also mark 19 inches for my waistline. And from the waistline, I'll be going down by 9 inch. That's for my hip line. I'll connect like so. So this is the full length. It's a long gown. So from that starting line, I'm going to mark my shoulder, which is 8 inches. And I'll mark 8 inches on my chest line. Then I'll connect. I'll go ahead and take my neck width measurement, which is 3.5 inches. Then for that 8 inches I marked as my shoulder, I'm going to go down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. So I'll connect that 1 inch to my neck width. So I'll go ahead and take my bust measurement on my chest line, which is 11.5. I'll mark that. I'll get the midpoint of my shoulder. That's my armhole line. Then I'll go inward by 1/2 inch. Then connect it to the bust measurement I took earlier, like so. So right now I'm taking my waist measurement, which is 9 inches. I'm going to mark. And I'll also take my hip measurement, which is 11.5. I'll also mark that. Remember, we already marked our bust measurement, so I'm going to connect from my bust to my waist, then from the waist to the hip. So since my hip is 11.5, I'm going to minus 1 inch from it, then I'll mark it downward. So I'm marking my 10.5 inch at the lower part, that is my hip measurement minus 1. So I'm going to mark it, then connect it to the hip. So right now I'm taking my neck depth measurement. For my neck, I'm using 6 inches. So I'm going to connect it. So we are done. So let's go ahead and cut it out. So this is it after cutting. So this is my back pattern. I already marked my chest line, my waistline, my hip line. I also took the shoulder measurements and curved my armhole, and I went in by 1 inch. That's for my zipper allowance. So right now from the waist, I'm going to go in by 1 inches. That is to eliminate zip bulge at the back. So I'll connect it to the chest line and also connect it to the hip line. So from that 1 inch I mark inward, that is where I'm going to start taking my waist measurement from. So right now I'm going to mark my waist, which is 9 inches, and my hip measurement, which is 11.5. And I already marked my bust measurement. So I'm going to connect the lines together. Remember, at the front pattern, we just minused 1 inch from the hip and place it at the lower part. But for this back, we're going to distribute that 1 inch accordingly. So from that, my zipper allowance I marked inward, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch. So I'm marking 1/2 inch. Then from that 1/2 inch, I'm going to mark the 10.5 inch. So right now, I'm marking the half inch. I'll connect it to the hip line. So I also take the 10.5 inch at the other part and also connect it to the hip line. So right now I'm marking where I want my slit to stop. You can make yours longer, but mine is okay. I'm okay with 16 inches. So I'm going to mark a straight line to that 1/2 inch, like so. So right now I'm marking my neck depth. I'm using 15 inches for my back neck depth. I'm going to connect it. So from that 1 inches I marked inward from the waistline, I'm going to go out by 1 inch for my zipper allowance. Sorry, I lost the clip of me doing that and also cutting it out. So this is it. I just marked 1 inch outward. Remember, we marked 1 inch from my waist, then connected to the neck and the hip line. So from that measurement, I now went out by 1 inch. So I connected. So this is it. Let's cut it on our fabric and bring it back for us to see. For this dress, I made use of 4 yards of silk material. So this is it after cutting. This is the front pattern. It's cut on fold and I added my 1 inch allowance. So this is the back pattern. I cut 2 pieces of it, added my 1-inch allowance, then at the slit I added half an inch. So this is it when you open it. It's 2-piece. The middle part is for the zipper. So right now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew the neckline with half inch, both for the front and the back, and I'll bring it back for us to see. This is it after hemming the neck. This is the back piece, so I'm going to go ahead and sew in our zip with 1 inch. This is it after sewing in the zip. So right now I want to design the back neck. So I'm going to cut a long fabric of 3 inches, then I'll fold it. So this is it after folding it. I folded it up to 1 inch. So right now I'm showing you guys how I want to place it at the neck and sew. You can make any design of your choice. So this is the design I ended up making. Very simple. So right now this is 1 yard of fabric. I just folded the edge. So I'm going to fold it into 2, like so. Then I'll place the edge at the shoulder, like so. You're going to run a gather stitch and place it at the shoulder like so. Then you do the same thing to the other side. And I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew inward 1/2 inch. Then I'll bring it back. This is it after sewing it. So I'm going to place my front bodice on it. I'll sew inward at the shoulder by 1/2 inch. I'll take my body measurements and join the front and back together. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. This is it after joining. You can see our dress is almost ready. So this is it. This is the back. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew the lower parts with 1/2 inch and also sew in the slits. So after doing that, I'm going to insert my sleeve. So this is my sleeve. I'm showing you how I folded it. You first of all fold it like this, which makes it 4, because I'm cutting the 2 together. So right now I'm marking downward 5 inches. That will be my sleeve cap. I'm making use of my nipple to nipple measurement, and this is the full length. I want it to be long, so I'm going to mark the 5 inches on a straight line like so. Then on that line I'm going to mark 9 inches inward, then add 1 inch allowance. That is my round armhole divided by 2, which is 9, and I added 1 inch sewing allowance. So from that 1 inch, I'm going to connect on a straight line like so. Sorry, my chalk is not visible for you guys. So I'm going to get the midpoint of that line I just marked. I'll mark it. Then from the starting line, I'm going to go upward by 1/2 inch, curve it. Just watch the way I'm doing it. Then to that midpoint, then I'll curve it by 1/2 inch also. So right now I'm inserting my sleeve measurement for the lower part. I'll mark that. So right now I'm going to connect it. Don't forget to add your allowance because I added my 1 inch allowances. So right now I'm going to go ahead, cut it. So this is it after cutting. Right now we have 2 sleeves. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I'll fold the down part and also fold the side by 1 inch. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. So this is it after sewing. So right now I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the gown. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. So this is it after attaching it. Our gown is fully ready. This is the front. I went ahead to hem the lower parts and also did the same to the slits at the back. You can see. So this is our back. Our gown is ready. If you're just coming across this channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, drop your comment on the comment section. And to my returning subscriber, thank you guys for always supporting me. I love you guys so much. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.